Hey, good morning. It's Mark here with another morning rant. It is 3:55. I don't know if you can see that. But anyway, let's get to some news. Now we already know what's going on in Ukraine and Russia. Russia has attacked Ukraine. Go back and watch my report from not yesterday, but the day before. I talked about the history or try to correlate what's going on with Russia and Hitler and Manifest Destiny. I put all that stuff together. So if you haven't seen that, go back and watch that. But let's get into some other news. All right. Now, I don't know. I don't know how the United States should handle this Russian situation. All I know is history. If history is a teller, then if we don't stop Vladimir Putin and Russia from doing this, it's only going to continue. So, yeah, America should not get involved, but you're asking a lot because, again, history being my guide. Every time America tried to stay out of global politics, we've always been pushed in. Go back to the War of 1812. Yeah, go back to the Quasi-War of the 1790s. The Quasi-War with Britain, France, and America. It wasn't a real war. We just had skirmishes in the Atlantic Ocean with Britain, and George Washington's indecision, John Adams's, he didn't. It wasn't a non-decision, but his peacekeeping mission, and Thomas Jefferson's indecision led to the War of 1812 and got the White House burned under Monroe's administration. Go back to World War One. We didn't want to get involved, and I'm fast forwarding here because there's a lot of other instances. Go back to World War One. We didn't want to get involved. We stayed out of the war. Woodrow Wilson, even his campaign slogan was "He kept us out of war," only to win a second term and get us in the war. We stayed out of World War Two. We wanted to stay out of World War Two, but go back to what Japan did. And one of the reasons why we got involved in World War One is because we got an interception that Germany was trying to entice Mexico to invade the United States. So every time we stayed out of global politics, not only did we get involved, but we got heavily involved, even if we didn't want to. So it's kind of like we're being forced into this, whether we want to or not. So I can't predict the future. So we just got to watch and see what our president does. We got to watch and see what our Secretary of State does. We got to watch and see what our leaders do, and hope that they have the information and the knowledge to get us through this. Whether it's Trump, whether it's Obama, George Bush, whoever our president is, we got to make sure that hopefully that he's got the team in the right place, the right people, and we get through whatever we got to get through. All right. So I'm going to move on from that. Let's go back a couple of days to Raphael Cruz and his disagreement that Biden should nominate a black woman to the Supreme Court. Let's go ahead and get started on that.
Two more topics, 2 more minutes on the Supreme Court. The White House said on Friday it still plans to make an announcement on the nominee by the end of this month, which means, based on the calendar, that could be in a matter of days. The president is on record saying he's committed to putting forward an African-American woman. Yet you have firmly disagreed with this idea. At one point you called it offensive. Another point you called it insulting. Does that make you an automatic no on the nominee?
Well, listen, Democrats today believe in racial discrimination. They're committed to it as a political proposition. I think it is wrong to stand up and say, we're going to discriminate. This administration is going to discriminate. What the president said is that only African-American women are eligible for this slot, that 94% of Americans are ineligible. Merrick Garland, whom Barack Obama nominated to the Supreme Court, Merrick Garland was told, sorry, you're the wrong skin color and wrong gender. You're not eligible to be considered. I think our country has such a troubled history on race. We ought to move past discriminating based on race. The way Biden ought to do it is to say, I'm going to look for the best justice, interview a lot of people, and if he happened to nominate a justice who was an African-American woman, great. But you know what? If Fox News put a posting, we're looking for a new host for Fox News Sunday, and we will only hire an African-American woman or an Hispanic man or a Native American woman, that would be illegal. Nobody else can do what Joe Biden did, and there's a reason for that. Racial discrimination is wrong. Now, that being said, when we have a nominee, I'll consider that nominee on the record, and I'm confident the Senate Judiciary Committee, we will have a vigorous process.
So, okay, so we just heard what he said. Let's go here. I'm so sick of this.
Be putting forth a nominee next week. It will be a woman. It will be a woman unless...
Now, I'm announcing today that one of the first Supreme Court vacancies in my administration will be filled by the most qualified woman I can possibly find. One who meets the high standards I will demand for all court appointments. It's time for a woman to sit among our highest jurists.
Why do I do this? Why do I do this? It doesn't matter where I got that video from. It doesn't matter where, if I got it from Fox News or CNN or MSNBC. The news is the news. The facts are the facts. Donald Trump said he was going to nominate a woman. Ronald Reagan, who's glorified in the Republican Party, said, I'm going to nominate a woman. So why is it that when Joe Biden says, I'm going to nominate a woman, you get upset? Is it because he said black woman? That's the only caveat that he put in there. I'm going to nominate a black woman. And he said it. Raphael Cruz said it. He said, if you say I'm going to nominate someone based on skin color or gender, you're wrong and it should be illegal. Reagan did it. Trump did it. He didn't say a word when Trump did it. Was it? First of all, black people in this country already have it hard. Black people have it hard. If you're a black man, you have to fight. You have to fight, and you have to fight hard. But it's double that if you're black and a woman, because America still has a problem with women. America still has a problem with women. So if you're black and a woman, oh my God, stand the fuck by. I cannot believe he's saying what he's saying, but that's Raphael Cruz for you. This man won't even acknowledge his God-given name. Parents named him Raphael. So why should I even continue why should I keep talking? It's in the pudding. It's on the video. These guys don't respect black women. They don't respect black people, period. They got a problem with everybody that's not them. And they're trying to find out, it's already 6-3. It's 6 conservative justices on the Supreme Court, or what we would consider, conservative justices. And there are 3 what we would consider liberal justices. One just retired, so Justice Breyer just retired, so they're trying to nominate another quote-unquote liberal justice to the court. Biden said, I'm going to nominate a black woman. Why don't we have a Native American woman? Why don't we have a Native American man? Why don't we have an Asian woman or an Asian man on the Supreme Court? Why does the Supreme Court have to continue to look old and white? Now, he goes further to say, you know, Biden should have did it the other way. He should have said, I'm going to nominate the best person, and it happens to be a black woman. Why? President has already told him that he can say what he wants to say. I'm going to nominate a Hispanic man. I'm going to nominate a gay male. I'm going to nominate a bisexual female. It don't freaking matter. He can say, I'm going to nominate who the F I want to nominate. And as long as that person meet his qualifications and can uphold the Constitution, let that person serve on the Supreme Court. I don't understand why Barack Obama didn't nominate a black person. He had 2 chances. 2 chances. But one of the reasons why, I guarantee you, one of the reasons why Barack Obama didn't nominate a black person is because he was already black. And he was the Jackie Robinson of American presidents. They had to put somebody out there that can deal with the pressures of being the first black whatever. So we got our Jackie Robinson in the White House. We're looking for our Hank Aaron now. One is gonna come in, the black president is gonna come in and break records, shatter the stereotypical norms of being a president, just like Hank Aaron destroyed what it was to be a baseball hero. Barack Obama was Jackie Robinson. He can deal with, and if you look at Jackie Robinson, God bless him. If you look at him before he passed away, the man's hair was bleached white because he had to put up with so much crap. And even to this day, black and Dominican Republican baseball players would tell you, we still hear the N-word in the outfield. We have to ignore it and play the game. So, yeah, Raphael Cruz here. Don't like the fact that Joe Biden wants to nominate a black woman, even though the people in his party have done the same thing. Talk about hypocrisy at its finest. But I'll leave it there. This video got kind of, I clicked the wrong button and this video kind of got spliced up. So what I'm going to do, I got to put this in my video maker and kind of merge these two together. So today is Thursday. This week is going by pretty fast. You guys have a great Thursday. Hope you have a great rest of your week. I'm out. Y'all take care, all right?